Darkness fell, a chill settled over the abandoned rail yards. Rusting tracks stretched into the distance, swallowed by shadows. They were silent now, but locals whispered of phantom trains, iron behemoths screaming out of the darkness, taking unsuspecting souls with them. These were not just stories, they were warnings, whispered from generation to generation. Stay away from the tracks when the fog rolls in. Don't look into the train's windows, and never, ever get on board. The first train was known as the Iron Phantom, a hulking mass of steel and shadow. People said it was the ghost of a train that had crashed decades ago, killing all passengers. Now it roamed the tracks, searching for lost souls to join its spectral journey. Witnesses spoke of its mournful whistle, a long, low wail that seemed to echo the cries of the dead. Some claimed to see skeletal figures staring from the windows. Their eyes glowed with an eerie light. One moonless night, a young couple, lost and desperate for shelter, stumbled upon the tracks. They heard the distant rumble, saw the plume of smoke rising above the trees. Thinking it was their salvation, they ran towards it. It wasn't a rescue train, it was the Iron Phantom. The couple was never seen again. The next morning, their belongings were found scattered along the tracks, torn and shredded as if by unseen claws. The second train was whispered to be the Midnight Express, a sleek black engine pulling luxurious passenger cars. It was said to be haunted by the ghosts of prospectors, driven mad by their lust for gold. Legend had it that the train was carrying a fortune in gold when it vanished into the mountains. Now it reappeared every full moon, its windows glowing with a golden light, a siren song for the greedy and desperate. Section 5. The Midnight Express. Those who tried to board the Midnight Express were never seen alive again. Some say their souls were trapped within the train, forever doomed to relive the prospector's endless search for gold. Others believe they were forced to work the mines deep within the mountains, their cries echoing through the tunnels. The Midnight Express was a reminder. Greed could lead to a fate worse than death, a haunting reminder that some treasures are better left buried. Section 6. Vanished without a trace. Under the haunting glow of a full moon, the railway tracks seemed to stretch into an endless abyss, shrouded in mist and mystery. Old Man Hemlock, a prospector who had spent his life searching for the lost gold, disappeared one full moon night. He was a familiar figure in the town, often seen with his lantern, wandering the forest and the tracks, always on the hunt for that elusive treasure. The townsfolk found his abandoned camp near the tracks. It was as if he had vanished into thin air, leaving behind only the remnants of his last search. His pickaxe lay on the ground, next to a pile of freshly dug earth. The sight was unsettling, as if he had been interrupted in the middle of an important discovery. Had he found the gold? The glint of something buried in the earth suggested he might have been close, but what happened next remained a mystery. Had he boarded the Midnight Express? The ghostly image of the train in the moonlight added to the eerie atmosphere, making one wonder if he had been taken by the phantom train. No one dared to venture out to look for him. The fear of the unknown, combined with the chilling tales of the phantom train, kept everyone at bay. The lure of the gold was strong, but the fear of the phantom train was stronger. The townsfolk could only speculate and whisper about what might have happened to Old Man Hemlock as the mystery of his disappearance remained unsolved, forever etched in the eerie glow of the full moon. Section 7. Whispers of Jealousy and Rage. In the stillness of the night, when the fog rolled in thick and heavy, whispers of jealousy and rage could be heard echoing through the deserted railway station. The third train was the Spectre Express. It emerged from the fog like a phantom, its presence sending chills down the spine of anyone who dared to witness it. A dilapidated passenger train, its windows boarded up, its paint peeling. The once vibrant colors of the train had faded into a ghostly gray, a testament to the passage of time and the sorrow it carried. This train was said to be haunted by the spirits of a traveling circus troupe, their souls consumed by jealousy and rage. The performers, once full of life and joy, now roamed the train as ghostly figures, their faces twisted in eternal anguish. Legend had it that a fire had erupted during one of their shows, claiming the lives of several performers. The flames had spread quickly, engulfing the tent and leaving nothing but charred remains in its wake. The survivors, consumed by grief and suspicion, turned on each other. Accusations flew, and friendships were shattered as they sought someone to blame for the tragedy that had befallen them. Their envy and anger manifested in the afterlife, binding them to the wrecked train. The once joyful troupe was now a collection of tormented souls, forever trapped in a cycle of jealousy and rage, unable to find peace. The old circus posters, now tattered and faded, still clung to the walls of the train, a haunting reminder of the lives that were lost and the dreams that were shattered. On misty, moonlit nights, shadows could be seen moving in the fog, the restless spirits of the performers searching for a way to escape their eternal torment. Sometimes, a ghostly hand would appear on the window, leaving behind a cold, eerie imprint. The reflection of a circus performer could be seen, their eyes filled with sorrow and longing. The empty train platform would echo with the distant sound of a ghostly train whistle, a chilling reminder of the Spectre Express and the tragic tale it carried. As the ghostly train disappeared into the fog, an eerie silence would settle over the station, leaving behind only the whispers of jealousy and rage that haunted the night. Section 8. The Spectre Express. In the dead of night, when the world is cloaked in shadows and silence, a train unlike any other makes its ghostly journey. This is no ordinary train. It is the Spectre Express, a phantom locomotive that haunts the darkest corners of the railway. Now, the Spectre Express rattled through the night, its wheels clattering on the tracks like the heartbeat of a restless spirit. The train's ancient steam engine hissed and groaned, as if lamenting its eternal voyage through the realms of the living and the dead. Eerie music and the sounds of laughter, cut short by screams, could be heard by anyone foolish enough to get close. The air around the tracks was thick with an otherworldly presence, a chilling reminder of the train's sinister purpose. It was said that the ghosts of the circus performers lured unsuspecting victims onto the train, forcing them to become part of their gruesome spectacle. These spectral figures, once entertainers in life, now performed a macabre show for the damned, their laughter echoing through the night like a twisted lullaby. Some whispered that the train only appeared to those who harbored dark secrets, those whose hearts were heavy with guilt and regret. The Spectre Express was a mirror to their souls, reflecting their darkest desires and fears. Those who were consumed by envy and desire found themselves drawn to the train, unable to resist its haunting call. The shadowy figures that boarded the train were a testament to the power of these emotions, their faces twisted in eternal torment. It was a chilling reminder that the things that divide us in life can follow us into death. The Spectre Express served as a grim warning to all who encountered it, a spectral reminder that our darkest secrets and deepest fears are never truly left behind. As the train disappeared into the night, its ghostly whistle echoed through the darkness, a haunting melody that lingered long after the train was gone. Section 9. An Unending Nightmare. One stormy night, a young woman named Lily disappeared. She had been arguing with her best friend, envious of her success and happiness. The next morning, Lily was gone, The only clue was a small painted wooden clown doll found lying on the train tracks. Had Lily's envy summoned the Spectre Express? Had she boarded the train, lured by the false promise of escape? Or had the train, sensing her despair, taken her as a new performer in its macabre show? Section 10. The tracks converge. The three phantom trains, each with its own tragic history, its own unique brand of horror. They were separate entities haunting different parts of the abandoned rail lines, but what if they weren't? What if there was a connection, a common thread that bound them together? A reason why these trains continued to roam the earth, seeking new passengers for their ghastly journeys. Section 11, a final haunting question. As the fog rolled in once more, obscuring the tracks in a blanket of white, a new sound echoed through the night. It was the sound of three whistles, each distinct yet blending together in a haunting harmony. The Iron Phantom, the Midnight Express, the Spectre Express. They were coming together, but why? And what would happen when they finally reached their destination?